today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Stephen Hauschka to kick off. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Able to get away. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And right away, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
39. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And on a stage of this magnitude, the conference championship, so many early game jitters can happen, so that score is a big relief to a coach.
Yeah, no one wants to mention that in the locker room before the game. No one says, hey, don't fumble or don't do this because you don't want negative thoughts. That's why getting off to a good start is so huge for everyone. The first score in the conference title game, massive.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this play. Led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong.
That's caught inside the 20.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
Let's get all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded at the 33. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Browns.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at... So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary.
Number 26.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead, it falls down incomplete. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Allen now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brought down by
A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Nifty running by Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a good point there as they were able to connect. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them with contract time.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away and take it right on the 30. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and he completes it to Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 35 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
First down.
4 down, 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen.
I think it's a...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Does the big boy have the juice? And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Touchdown.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Tight end's right. Look out. Alert.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So, yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And able to find John Brown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on Singletary loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
58, boys, 58, 58.
Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. They go with Chubb on second down. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Bet, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Allen's pass.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
That's trash. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing again. Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Here's Landry. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense.